Alright, we're back. Now let's read this black book. And, yeah, we need to read that to
Please, go right ahead. I have plenty.
learn about Mirak's powers and whatnot.
Oh, good. Be sure to say hello to AHZMoreHUD for me if you see.
Because that's the only way that we can beat him. So, in case you forgot, this is Apocrypha. It's Hermaeus Mora's Plane of Oblivion. It's made up entirely of acid books and eldritch abominations. I always like this part. The entire hallway just kind of snakes around. It's a cool effect. I like it. Alright, so I have to wait for it to come back over. And then exit that way. This is pretty short. That's the end of the dungeon right over there. Yep, and that's all. Oh, wait. We're inside a book with multiple chapters. Oh my god, that is so cool. Whoops, I didn't mean to cast that. That'll help out. And now I got myself a soul.
Death by destroying you!
So what does this book do? Oh, that just takes you back to chapter 1. Chapter 3. A red book of riddles. What's in that? Ah, Deathbrand. Perfect. I was looking for that. Sorry, I got a lot of junk in my throat today. Okay. So, Deathbrand. And this, after you read this, it gives you the quest. And then you can find the key that gets you into Gildenholt Barrow. I'll read that later, when I'm actually doing the quest. Oh boy. Oh boy. Things do a lot of damage. Ooh, telekinesis. I can practice my alteration with that. Sorry about that. Just had to get my throat clear. I don't know why my allergies are just really acting up today. I just love how everything moves here. Previous games didn't really have the technology to do stuff like this, I don't think. Let's see what's in here. Looks like a little puzzle. I guess what they do is they like summon each other. So if you see one of them, it'll summon a clone of itself. And then there's this guy. get through here. It's pretty clever. He's invisible. Yeah, that's the way you do it. Good old stealth archery. You know, I should be picking these up. I could be selling those. Water breathing. Dang. That's a good alteration spells. I guess I can demonstrate telekinesis real quick. Let's see, what can I drop? Drop St. Gibbs Opus. So this is how telekinesis works in Skyrim. A little bit different than Oblivion and Morrowind. So in Morrowind it was just like, it's really super basic. Like you just click on something from far away and then you immediately pick it up. In this game it's a lot more dynamic. And you can also use it to grind your alteration to 100 without even having to get into combat at all. So that's pretty useful. That's not good enough. I need a better enchanting thing. Oh, I'll just take it. Just take it just because. Just in case I don't find any better ones. So I wonder, is this all like just one big interconnected place? Like when you read different black books, they just take you to different portions of this one big map. I never really figured that out. Because it doesn't, you don't see a separate world map. That'd be cool if that's the case.
You thought to reject me, and yet here you are. Your journey towards enlightenment has led you to my realm, as I knew it would. You have entered my realm. You have sought out the forbidden knowledge that only one other has obtained. You are Dragonborn, like Mirak before you, a seeker of knowledge and power. All that he knows, he learned from me. I know what you want. To use your power as Dragonborn, to bend the world to your will. Here then is the knowledge you need, although you did not know you needed it. The second word of power. Use it to bend the wills of mortals to your purpose. But this is not enough. Mirak knows the final word of power. Without that, you cannot hope to surpass him. Mirak served me well, and he was rewarded. I can grant you the same power as he wields, but all knowledge has its price. Even dragons submit to Mirak's voice. Without that power, you cannot face him. So say I, AHZMoreHUD, master of the tides of fate. He has served me long and well, but he grows restless under my guidance. His desire to return to your world will spread my influence more widely, but it will also set him free from my direct control. It may be time to replace him with a more loyal servant. One who still appreciates the gifts that I have to offer. Knowledge for knowledge. The Scar have withheld their secrets from me for many long years. The time has come for this knowledge to be added to my library. My servant Mirak would have found a way to bring me what I want. So will you, if you wish to surpass him. Send the Skull Shaman to me. He holds the secrets that will be mine.
Have the full frost breath or fire breath shots, so I might as well just improve this one.
What happened? What did you see? Different people have very different experiences when reading these books. You're still acting surprisingly sane, too. What did he have to say? He must have wanted something from you. What secrets could they have worth keeping from old Mora? Sounds like a bargain to me. Hermaeus Mora learned some fascinating new ways to skin a hawker, and you become the second most powerful Dragonborn that ever lived. Well, that gives me a lot to think about. I need to get back to Tel Mithril. I have some ideas about how to locate more of these black books.
Alright, let's go talk to the inbreeds up in Skull Village. Oh, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Stupid dragon. So I can't use this on dragons yet, I don't think. Yeah, I think you need the third shot to command dragons.
Sure, Sabrul!
Dragon. Ah, man. Alright, what can I drop? Drop that firewood. I might have a potion of strength in here. Come on. I could have used a sleeping tree sap in the last couple fights that I was struggling in. I always forget about all the stuff that I have that I could use. It's just too much stuff that you carry around this game. Filter of strength, there we go. Just collect the soul real quick.
Might have to get someone.
Alright, so I've got a house in Raven Rock. I'm going to store all my dragon bones in a chest.
You've brought Ravenrock back from the brink, traveler. How did your heart
So eventually when my smithing gets up to 100, then I can start making dragon stuff. And I don't know if I'll make dragon bone armor. Probably just make dragon weapons. Oh, I need to sell some stuff to Neeloth. I need to get some of that gold back. Because I spent a lot of money on enchant training. I don't think I really need these heartstones. after I talk to the skull, I think that's when I can start making Stalrim. Oh, by the way, that I forgot all about those unusual gems. Where'd it go? Well, anyway. Yeah, these things. I was gonna collect all those and I just completely forgot. Oh dear. Okay. Maybe at some point. We'll see. I mean, with all the amazing loot that I pick up, it's becoming less and less relevant. Because all it does is just make it so you find more, gems. And I can disenchant that. Very good. Oh man, that gave me so little experience though. A little bit better. Still not willing to disenchant those. I think I have some gems. I don't have a lot of silver ingot. Or gold ingot for that matter. That's alright. Just don't really have the patience to go to an iron mine and then use transmute and change everything to gold and silver. I mean, it was worth it back at the early levels, but now I could just go to a dungeon and find really good loot.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Stay out of my way.
I'd better get going.
Have you found Verona yet? I could really use some... I might have a few staffs, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Oh, I forgot all about the ebony mail. I could have been using that for sneaking. I just forget about everything. It's bad. Can't keep track of my inventory worth shit. So I'm gonna do his little fetch quest really quick. And then I think I want to do the Deathbrand. So we can go to Gildenhall. Still nobody's here. What is that all about? So the mage guy, he told me to ask around. What are these foreboding noises? Nobody's home. Oh Maybe they're all at this. Yeah, that's right. They're all at the stone. That makes sense. Yeah, I know how to fix this.
All my day was stolen.
That's really good. What does that do?
Something unique.
Oops. Did that give me a power? Oh, it gave me a power, okay. So it's a power that you can only use once, and then you have to go back to the stone to get it. That's pretty cool.
I feel different, Summit. More myself. Yes, Sarah?
I'm glad these reavers aren't trying to attack me.
Oh dear. Why am I out here? I need to get back and make Master Nelloth's tea. Time to die.
Oh, we got a few of these. Here, I want to use this. Okay, that's good where that's going to aggro them.
And I want some.
That didn't really do much. Shout already. It's gotta be a grand soul. Alright, now Master Neelith can finally get his tea. See, that was the real important quest. I mean, stopping Mirak, nah. That's not important.
Have you found Verona yet? I could really use some tea.
Oh, wait. I probably have to ask that guy that I just rescued where Verona is. Now where is he? idea why I'm doing this quest. It sucks. Last place, and then I'm gonna leave. Here we go.
I don't care if he's a master wizard. He can't treat me like this. That fetcher told me to fix his house. If I don't, he'll find a new mycologist who will. Decades of loyal service, and he'd just throw me out like yesterday's breakfast. 3 taproots soaked in the headwaters of the Harstrad River. I'm an old woman. I can't possibly make that trip. If you get some taproots, I'll pay you to dip them in the headwaters and bring them to me.
I thought I had taproots.
Where do you think? You have to cut it out of a Spriggan. Although sometimes you can buy them from alchemists. She left for Raven Rock hours ago. She promised to bring me back some fresh blisterwort. I probably have some potions around here that might interest you. Verona goes to Raven Rock all the time. I'm sure she's fine.
I could have sworn I was picking up taproot earlier. I guess I wasn't. I was... Okay, yeah, I was getting Spriggan sap, I wasn't getting taproot. Because I remembered killing Spriggans earlier. Because I knew I was going to need Spriggan ingredients. Never mind that. Oh yeah, Deathbrand. I don't want to do that yet. I want to do this. I am never going to finish this LP. It's ridiculous. I'm doing so many side quests. But it's important though. It's nostalgic. It's stuff that I know. Smoke is kind of getting in my way. Stupid ebony armor. Or ebony mail. I actually had a dream one time that I was drinking a health potion. It tasted kind of like sour black cherry. I don't know, I just felt like sharing that. Wait, so... okay, here he is. Deathbrand treasure map. Ah. There are multiple treasure sites. No, I didn't mean to pick that up. Deathbrand helm. Looks like Skyrim. 100% armor while... or plus 100 armor while wearing complete set. So the thing is... my armor is 515 right now. I think the absolute maximum armor rating is 533. Now you can make it higher than 533, but any armor rating higher than 533 won't actually help you. Like it won't decrease your damage anymore. At least that's what I've read on UESP. So that plus 100 armor won't really do me much good. Here's a Deathbrand treasure map. So, found this one. I guess it's a misc item. Or, yeah. Sort by name, please. So are we right here? I think we're right there. Yep, right there. So now our next stop. Let's go... like, I can fast travel really close to that part. Yeah, it's just right next to Tel Mithrin. So it should be right on the shore. Stay away from those guys. Alright, so it's on the westernmost side of this peninsula. This is the kind of stuff I like. This is very Morrowind. You know, like being given inexact clues and then just kind of, you know, poking around to fill in the gaps, figuring out where to go. That's really the magic of Morrowind to me. Well, that and all the other stuff like the atmosphere and lore and all that. But from a gameplay standpoint, that's what got me into this series in the first place. pitiful excuse for a high elf. Should be ashamed. No, get out of here. I don't even want to fight them. I'm just gonna have my Jamoras do the dirty work. Okay, I'm off of the peninsula. So I need to go back. So it should be like right here. Like right here. Where is it? Is lying to me, or I'm blind as a bat. I wouldn't rule out the latter. I found it. That took way too long. And I blame myself. Although in my defense it is kind of dark. But that's also kind of my fault because I'm using an ENB that makes everything unreasonably dark. Deathbrand boots. Alright, next place. Well, first let me level up. More health. I want anything else here. I don't really like master level conjuration because it just that makes those thrall spells. In other words, you can summon like an Atronak and it will never despawn. But that's really not all that useful. It sounds more useful than it really is. I should be increasing my what am I doing? Enchanting. I could increase that. Or increase that. I think an overall boost would be good. Stop it. Alright. There we go. Now, next stop. There. Let's see what's over there. The Earthstone. Oh, I haven't liberated the Earthstone yet.
Far from ourselves.
He grows ever near.
Go!
So it should be up here.
What was that? Fire, see what's up.
Keep moving. Wait, turn out your cord.
He really messed with the wrong guy, didn't he? It should be right around here.
Captain promised me a life of adventure on the high seas. Instead, I'm stuck on this cesspit of an island.
There it is. Alright, I think there's just one more thing. Just north of that river. Can't really see where that river is though. Assuming it's close to the Waterstone. The Waterstone is giving me flashbacks of my Blood Moon Let's Play. Here. Where is that river? It's kind of hard to compare that to this map. Yeah, I guess it's further up. Just keep going until I see the river. See, I'm getting flashbacks to when I had to get the water of life and then follow the swimming horker and all that. Good times.
Our
free them later. I don't feel like fighting lurkers right now. Okay, so here's the river. It's flowing out into the ocean. Problematic tropes in this game, like the yellow savior. You know, like the dark elves need an alt-mer to fix all their problems. I'm gonna have to tell Tumblr about this. This is not okay. I am gonna catch holy hell for that joke, aren't I? Well. Where is this stupid thing? Right. So it should be just to the west. Just north of the river, right on the shoreline. I was wondering what that noise was. Apparently it's the noise that the netch make. I'm just gonna make sure it's not over here. Okay, I guess it's just a little bit further north. Very quiet. I'm hunting smurfs. Uh-oh. Oh. That was unnecessarily brutal. By the way, these guys carry spears. And it has a nice little glitch. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I was going to complain about how you can't really use the spears, but the fact that you can do that kind of makes up for it. Golden Hole Barricade, yeah. It's weird because the show on map function doesn't always work. Excuse me. Burping on the mic, very professional. The single richest treasure trove in all of Solstheim, they said. Bah. This looks like this place was cleaned out centuries ago. The storeroom might be worth something, but my pickaxe ain't even good enough to chip it. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there's something I'm missing. There's an odd draft in this room. Secret passage, maybe. I've locked myself in until those bandits are good and gone. I suppose I'll keep looking. Not much else I can do. Let me skim through Deathbrand. Hackney Deathbrand was dying. For Garrick Windrime, ship's quartermaster, it was unthinkable. His grandfather had served under Hackney nigh on 60 years before, and even then he was a legend among the pirates of the north. The king of the ghosts, as they called him, as eternal and pitiless as the sea, sailed to Garrick, who had seen him in charge of the battle, clad in armor and gleaming storeroom like the kings of old. His twin swords scything men like grass. Hackney was practically a god. But none feared Hackney more than his own crew. They knew his rages, his fits of madness, how he delighted in torture and murder for its own sake. And there were even darker rumors. Some said he fed upon the blood and souls of those he killed to extend his unnatural life. Some thought of him a Daedra, loosed upon the mortal world. Another said he owed his life and power, his armor and swords, to a pact with Dagon, the Prince of Destruction. And the seal of that pact was the terrible wound that scarred his face, never to heal, the Deathbrand, which no man could look upon without flinching. All these things ran through Garrick's mind as he took his place on the deck at the head of the crew, exchanging a curt nod with Thalen, the ship's helmsman and his chief rival. By sundown, he thought, one of them would be captain, the other would be dead. When Acnir finally emerged from his cabin, the crew fell silent. He looked frail, his voice raspy, but even so, he had a presence about him. As he looked over his men, the most brutal murderers ever to ply the northern seas, not one could meet his gaze. At last he sighed. You wish to know who will be my successor, and how my share of the treasure will be divided. I lost the voice. I don't know where that voice came from, but it's gone now. That was the question, but even so, there were murmurs of protest. Hacknir cut them off. All these years I have looked for one who is worthy to take my place, or is strong enough to take it from me. Not one of you even comes close, and so none of you shall have it. He extended his hand. In Dagon's name I place a curse upon my armor, and my swords, this ship and all it carries. Until the day when one of you can best me in combat, you shall have not a single coin. He looked up at them. Be grateful I have left you with your lives. Garrick and Thalen shared a single glance. Had anyone else said such a thing, there would have been a mutiny. 100 treasure-mad pirates against one old man. But this was Hacknir. The crew was silent. Hacknir threw a map at Garrick's feet. Garrick, take a longboat and bury my armor in places I have marked. Thalen, we sail to my tomb, where you shall leave me with my gold. Then burn your ships, and do as you will. I am your captain no more. And with that he turned and stalked back to his quarters. At daybreak Garrick took his leave and set out in the longboat with 3 of his men. Oh my god, this is long. They landed on a shoal at the north of Solstheim, at the place Hacknir had marked, made camp, and began to dig. But already greed stirred in Garrick's heart. Time and time again he glanced in the iron-bound chest that he brought with them. The old man was game. I can't read. The old man was gone, perhaps already dead. His orders foolish. That night Garrick pried open the chest and drew out the helm within. The storeroom shimmered in the moonlight. It was time. Time for a new king of ghosts to rise. He placed the helmet on his head, and he screamed. It is said you can hear that screaming still on moonlit nights on a rocky shoal off the northern coast of Solstheim. Postscript. This story is one of the last in the Hacknir saga, tales surrounding the life and adventures of the legendary pirate king Hacknir Deathbrand. How much of it is actually true, if indeed any of it is true, I leave to the reader's discretion. Artis Strayland, House Redder and Scribe. Let's see if there's any stuff left here. So I remember, back when I was playing Blood Moon, I collected all the gold. Actually, I don't think I did. I don't think I did collect all of it, because I had so much gold I didn't even feel the need to. So that opened up a passage. Let's see if this opens up another passage. Come on. So slow. So let's compare this to how it looked in Blood Moon. So in Blood Moon, you could go straight through here. And this game is blocked with a tomb and some fallen rocks. I might be remembering that wrong. I don't know, I could have sworn you could have just gone like straight in and you'd see all the gold and stuff. I guess that's closed off. Ooh. So you don't even see this part in Blood Moon, I don't think. This is like a secondary treasure. Ebony mace, very nice. I didn't mean to take that. This gold is nice, but what about gems? Nice to have some gems too. There's one gem. And an emerald. This is so fun. I love just picking up a whole bunch of gold lying around. I don't know what's so fun about this. I mean, you'd think that this would be tedious, but it just doesn't feel that way at all. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Oh shit. I didn't want to pick that up. What did I pick up? Is that a diamond? Heck yes it is. So I get to see a completely different part of Killable Barrow. I completely forgot about this. This is good though, because this way you can avoid having to retcon anything that the Nerevarine did in Killable Barrow back in Blood Moon. I think this might be cursed if I pick that up. Something bad might happen. Let's try it. Yep.
Mortal fool. No one hides from the dead.
The challenger is near!
Never! I will return! All the living shall only a
There can be no threat. But challenger is near! No one escapes! Are you prepared for your death? Are you prepared for your death?
all the living shall living shall feel
By destroying you!
not welcome.
No one escapes!
What's happening here? There we go. Ooh. Sorbs 15, Magicka. So if you wield them both together, then you get cool effects. Their damage kind of sucks though. Yeah, I'm gonna improve these and see how good I can make them. If I can make them twice as good, then their damage will rival my my Daedric War Axe. That would be pretty impressive. I do use dual wielding sometimes. Like if the enemy is not using spells a lot. If they're using spells, I need to be able to use Spellbreaker. But anyway, so that's Killable Barrow. It's different. So we've done Killable Barrow in 2 different games. And next time we'll go to Skull Village. And they'll help us fight Mirak and give us Stalrim armor. So, until then.